Hello, this is Madeleine for our bacteria experiment. We are table C Sideburns, and I'm here with
Patrick?
and
Edward.
our question was, how does pasteurization of milk, which is our independent variable, affect bacteria count in milk, which is our dependent variable? We thought it would be interesting if we tested how much bacteria grows in different types of milk, raw, pasteurized, and ultra pasteurized, because we thought that we heard about the big movement to drink raw milk, and we wanted to know if they had a basis or if they were just really against having anything treated. So our hypothesis is that if milk is pasteurized, which is our independent variable again, then there will be a lower amount of bacteria on the plate after incubating, which is our dependent variable, but there will not be a huge difference. So this basically just says what we're going to do in more words than what I just told you. Here is Patrick with what we expect to happen in a graph.
Thank you. Wasn't that great? Okay, we think that the difference between raw and pasteurized will not be a great difference because pasteurized, it does kill many bacteria, but it kills a lot of good bacteria as well, and stuff that prevents. And so it will not be that great of a difference, as you can see here, from raw to pasteurized. And from pasteurized to ultra pasteurized, well, ultra pasteurized will just basically kill everything off, so it will be a lot greater difference. And now, also, we hear that about the movement, we hear that how much better pasteurization is. It kills a lot, and it does, but it kills mighty good. An experiment like this has never been done before. Many people think raw is alive and not treated and unhealthy. Pasteurizing kills vitamins A, B, C, and folic acid. And another fact is that cats, when they drink pasteurized milk, they will vomit, and it is not very good for them. And so that may go to some small extent on humans. Now back to Madeleine.
So here is our that was our data table, but that's going to take us a second to get back to that. 1 second. You can just commend us on how great we're doing now. Okay, so here, this isn't very interesting because you'll see this in graph form, but here is our types of milk: pasteurized, ultra pasteurized, raw milk, and water as our negative control. As you can see, it's all pretty similar. This is the only one that's kind of odd. It's 30%, 60%, and 60%. This one's 10%. And this is percent of the plate covered in bacteria. I'll give you a second. Okay. So now we're going on to Edward.
Hello. This is materials and procedure. So our materials that we needed were plates with agar on them to grow the bacteria, raw milk, pasteurized milk, and ultra pasteurized milk, and just basic normal tap water. And cotton swabs and parafilm. Parafilm is for sealing the plates so they don't get exposed to oxygen while they incubate. And the cotton swabs are for streaking the samples onto the agar, which is a substance that bacteria grows very well on. Our procedure is we have to bring in the 3 different types of milk: raw, ultra pasteurized, and pasteurized. We have to use the cotton swabs to apply the milk to the agar on the plates, where we have 4 sections and we streak 3 times in each section. We incubate overnight in an incubator at 37 degrees Celsius, which is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a perfect temperature for growing bacteria. And then the next day we remove the plates and check the growth and just observe in our notebook. So.
Okay, I'm back. I made some drawings in Google Drawings to help us understand what's going on. Give us a second. Okay, here we are. So here is how to streak your plate, because it's kind of complicated. So the purple area is where you streak first, like so, and then you streak this area off of what you had here in this area. So then the bacteria, it'll be the most dense here, then second densest, and then thinnest. Here's how to set up your bacteria. And remember to do this, it's very important. Back to Patrick. Here are some photos he took.
These are just photos of what our plates actually look like. And as you see, here is pasteurized, ultra pasteurized, raw, and water. Same with here, and same sections here. As you can see with this plate though, as you can see all the sections here, pasteurized is much less than raw. And so, that is our plate, and now back to Madeleine. Some more photos.
This is just more of what I told you earlier. I was just kind of bored. So this is remember to label your plates, and are some of the observations I made in my notebook. Okay, now we're going back to Patrick. But I'll go first. So this is our graph. As you can see, the yellow each different color is a different trial, but each group is a different type of milk. So this is ultra pasteurized milk, this is pasteurized milk, and this is raw milk. So it's a fairly linear pattern, and it wasn't quite like we thought. There was a very big difference between raw and pasteurized, but not as big. So it is what we got. Sorry, I misspoke. And as you can see, you don't see red a lot of places. So trial 2 got under some other things. So sometimes there's some overlapping, as you can see right here.
Now, here we go. Back up. So, here's our caption. As you see, there was far more bacteria in raw than pasteurized, proving us wrong, and we were also wrong about ultra pasteurized. There is much more bacteria. There is much less of a difference from pasteurized to ultra pasteurized than from raw to pasteurized. Now, Ed. On to Edward.
This is a quick table of all of our sources. The first one is from an article from FDA.gov. It's a very reliable source. It's a government site. The article is about not the effect of pasteurization on bacteria, but more on humans, like how the difference of raw to ultra pasteurized, how that will affect a human being. The second article is about how people who don't drink pasteurized but raw milk thinks that pasteurization kind of kills the milk, and I guess raw milk, yeah. We'll be in a bit of time crunch here. The second article is about that HTST saps more flavor from the milk than LTLT. That's just a small article about.
That is high temperature, short time pasteurization, and long time, low temperature pasteurization.
Yes. So that's just how they affect flavor. The last article was how pasteurization affects some aspects but not others. How it'll affect like the growth of bacteria but not like the color of the milk or stuff like that. So, back to Matt.
Thank you for listening. Like this.